Aloha, lovelies. My name is Tanya Rangiuva, and this is my story, as I call it, the wounded hero or the lightworkers journey. But I feel like this is the story of so many others as well. So I feel like as light workers, we do come to this earth to raise the vibration, to heal, to also serve our purpose and to speak our truth, right? Recently, I watched a video where someone was saying how the vibration of love is not the highest vibration. Actually, the vibration of authenticity is the highest vibration. But it is so hard for us to be true to ourselves and to really own our truth and being authentic. I feel like that is the challenge, um, pretty much in life, is to own all the parts of yourself, to really speak truly about every single part that you are, and to own it, right? And to be able to embody all those different parts at the same time. A lot of times we have all these completely different parts. For me, I used to be in corporate finance. I grew up in Eastern European family that was very scientifically minded. And I had this part of me, the spiritual part of me that wanted to come out. I've always been drawn to everything mystical, everything spiritual. I would read all the psychological books when I was growing up, from Freud to Castaneda, etc. But it was like I couldn't talk about energy to my parents or to my friends, even. And it wasn't later until I migrated to the United States and I used to live in Los Angeles where I started tapping into all the spiritual practices. I did breath work, then I got certified in Reiki and then Akashic Records. And I went through the search of the spiritual seeker. However, it has always been really hard for me to speak my truth, to own my truth as a spiritual healer, as a spiritual teacher. And even as little, I've always had a sore throat. I would have like past life regressions where I feel myself I was killed for speaking my truth, or wounded, or burned in the stake. And a lot of us, we do have that prosecution wound, whatever it is. And for us, speaking our truth literally means death. Ironically, that's exactly what we need to do in this lifetime, is do own our truth and speak our truth. But it's so damn hard. So what can you do about it, right? One way is just to go out and do it. I mean, like I'm doing this video right now, and yes, the idea of it is uncomfortable, but I'm doing it anyway. Even with the fear that, oh, somebody may see it and may think I'm crazy, but it is not so crazy anymore to talk about energy and spirituality. However, there is no other way. That's what I've realized. You just have to go. It's like you have an ocean or you have something, like a big current coming towards you. The only way to combat it, you just have to go straight towards the wave, dive under, and that is the way through. There is no running away from it. And so this is our lifetime, our chance to really speak up, own our voice, own our truth. One thing that I've been doing a lot is shadow work. So embracing all those parts of myself that have been prosecuted or wounded or killed in past lives for speaking our truth, and really owning it and not being afraid to shine your light, right? Another thing that I find it interesting and helpful, since I live in Hawaii on the Big Island, is there is a place here, an energy vortex, that I am doing a retreat in March, a special Hawaii retreat for people that are being called to the healing waters, they're being called to speaking their truth and owning their spirituality without fear. All the mermaids out there that want to find their voice, and find their love, right? Because the Little Mermaid, as soon as she starts singing, the prince recognizes her actually, and it's not until she finds her voice that he realizes that's his princess, which is ironic, right? But there is a place here on the Big Island that's called the place of refuge, or two-step snorkeling, Puʻuhonua. And it's hard to pronounce them right. But this place is, back in the day when the Hawaiians were practicing Huna healing, all the warriors that were ostracized from the tribe, or people that have permitted, like they have sinned against the kapu, or the rules, the Hawaiian system of rules, ancient Hawaiian system of rules, which was called kapu. If you don't abide those rules, the punishment was death. Also, if you're a warrior and you're a defeated warrior, the punishment is also death. However, if you're able to escape to the place of refuge, Puʻuhonua, then a kahuna or Hawaiian healer works with you. And you pretty much do Ho'oponopono, which is Hawaiian inner child healing. And through doing that inner child healing and healing the parts of you that need to be integrated, the warrior is forgiven, is healed, and now he's able to be integrated back into society. So for me, this also reminds me of the path of the light worker, right? A lot of times we feel like we don't have a tribe. We feel like we're being judged. We feel like we don't belong. And we judge others as well. And we are afraid that we're going to be ostracized. So for me, going through that inner child healing experience and learning to love yourself, learning to accept and own all the parts of yourself, you have the chance to be reintegrated into society. You have the chance to own your truth and to really find your tribe and the people that are there to support you, are there to hear your truth, the people that are there looking for you to lead them and guide them and to heal them, right? So a little bit more on Ho'oponopono. And I'll show you some clips of the place of refuge in two-step. And the waters there are also really healing as well. So it's not only being in the energy vortex, the actual place, but also swimming in the waters. And literally when you swim, you feel all those parts of you that are wounded are being healed and reintegrated. So the way you do Ho'oponopono is very simple. I'm just going to end with that. There's 4 simple statements. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And Ho'oponopono actually became famous in the Western world with Dr. Hugh Len. He was a Hawaiian psychiatrist that was assigned in a mental psychiatric board where no one wanted to work. It was really severe cases of mental illness. And what he did is he would do Ho'oponopono with each inmate of each person that was assigned as this mental ward. He would look at their picture and he would say, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And the idea behind it is that every single part of you, everything that happens into your outer reality, you're responsible for. Meaning there is part of you that is not healed, and that part of you is manifesting that outside reality that you see. So by healing what's inside of you, that's triggering that reality to appear, then that reality changes as well from the inside out, right? So let's say I have somebody in my life that's a really toxic relationship, or I have somebody that's really triggering me. Well, instead of going and accusing them and yelling at them, I can go inward, heal that part of me that's making this person manifest in my reality. And by healing that part of me, that person is either healed or removed from my reality. So that is the idea behind Ho'oponopono. And I can't wait to show you all the energy vortexes we're going to be visiting in our retreat. I hope this helps. And just sending you lots of love. Aloha.